Are you there? Did it work?
Well, I'm somewhere. But this does not look like the place we were supposed to be. It is much too big and messy. Although it does have model trains.
Well, these are the coordinates you gave me. 18 by 17 by 690.
No, not 690, you fool! 619! Once again, Professor Dodo, you have lived up to your name! Now try to figure out where I am. While I look around, Zay is out.
It's not my fault, nobody understands it.
Oh! What's this? It seems to be some sort of primitive recording device. Hello? Hello in there? Hello? Well, since I have the chance, why not send a message to the past? Hello? I'm a traveler from the year 2525. No, man is not alive, and woman could not survive. If any of you humans watch this, I am Dr. Zaius Dodge from the year 2525, and I am a professor of human anthropology specializing in the human age of the late 20th and early 21st century, right before the mass extinction that wiped out all you humans. The only clues to these events we have found is that we have found lots of items across this country that say, blame Heath. And our research shows that about this time, there was a human named Heath Hurwitz, who apparently considered himself at the junction of humanity. And he was messing about with some sort of power systems called Digitrax and NEC, which we don't understand. But apparently he was trying to mix and combine the two with all other types of what you humans called control systems. He inadvertently created some kind of artificial intelligence that wiped out all you humans and allowed us apes to achieve ascendancy. Now, I was supposed to beam into his living pod, but my colleague, Professor Dodo, has once again lived up to his name and beamed me here, wherever here is. I've become intrigued by your toys that you humans had at this period in your history. Especially these model trains. I find them quite fascinating, as we don't have such things in my time. And that you were so fascinated in them that many of you went to this social media, you call it, and showed videos of all your model trains. I'm quite intrigued. I find them rather interesting. I wonder what happens when I press this button here.
Hello, YouTube model railroading fans or track gang. If you happen to catch Sidetrack Sunday this past Sunday, I made mention of possibly doing a challenge. Well, I've come up with one.
Oh! It's one of you humans talking about model trains and doing one of these, challenges I see. Apparently, you humans got into challenging each other to do things on this social media.
The issue is, I just tried to bring that train around underneath of Beauville and actually had to tear up part of the city because the son of a gun decided to derail underneath the city.
Well, it's not quite as interesting as all those females of yours who had to change costumes in this outfit challenge, but let's see what he does.
So, what is the BNN challenge going to be? Well, how about if I stop the camera and we swing over to the layout and we take a look at exactly what the BNN Quit Monkeying Around challenge is going to be.
What? Quit monkeying around? Monkeying around? Quit monkeying around? You humans aren't around, and we still monkey around. I will show you monkeying around, Mr. Babble or Bubble or Buble or whatever your name is. Monkey around! Quit monkeying around challenge! I will do your challenge, Mr. Bubble. I will show you that we apes are superior and can answer any challenge you humans put up. Quit monkeying around indeed. Monkeying around, Mr. Bubble. I'll show you quit monkeying around. Your flatbed challenge. Yes, even I can do this from the future. There, Mr. Bubble, Babble, whatever your name is, I can monkey around and do your challenge. And now, Mr. Bubble, we're really going to monkey around. Quit monkeying around, you say? Never! Never by my hairy arse! How dare you insult us! But we will have the last laugh, Mr. Booble or Bobble or Babel. 'Cause we're here, and you're not.
Hey, who's down there?
Nobody! Professor Dodo, get me out of here!
What are you doing there?
I'm from the future, and I just wanted to run some trades.
Get your stinking paws off that, you damn dirty ape!
No need to be getting all apist and supremacist. After all, we do out-survive you. Professor Dodo, get me out of here.
Oh, for goodness sake. I keep telling Anthony to turn his stuff off when he's done down here. One night it's alternate dimensions, then portals from hell, now space monkeys from the future. I knew I shouldn't have let him build this layout down here. Anthony, get down here and turn your stuff off.
This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Look around any club, look around any train show, look around any exhibition, look around your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The language, themes, attitude, and personality of this presenter was not suitable for his own children when young, and he was a permissive parent. And yet he behaved that way anyhow. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and even intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence, and any rebroadcast or transmission of this stream without the expressed written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Rules for layouts. Number 1, it's your layout. Do whatever you want. Number 2, don't tell someone else what to do unless they ask you what to do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anywhere else for that matter. Keep it nice. Keep it happy. Good Friday, everybody. How are you there out in the YouTube world, the model train YouTube world? I am doing well. It's been a crazy week, another stressful week, but I won't get into all the details of why it's been crazy or stressful. Let's see who's here. I started a little bit early to make sure some things were good to go, and just played that monkey bit in the background. So let's see who is all here. Wow, I just go back. Colin White, awesome to have you here. Always glad. Peter, a new regular. Great to have you. Mark, great to see you here. And I think I saw Mark Donegal Dad as well. So we'll just hit the mark twice while we're at it. Let's see. So Leslie is here. Very honored to have you here, sir. You are one of the true greats on my YouTube universe. Let's see. Jean Ricard. Hello. And let's see. Paul Vosman. I had a couple of cool videos up today. Nice to have you here, sir. Or up this week, I should say. Chris. It wouldn't be my YouTube world without Chris Whittingham there. Nice to have you here as always, sir. Hopefully we'll keep you awake for a little bit. Simon, another new guy here. He's got a great little channel. Does all kinds of rail fanning stuff. Occasionally he shows some model trains, but great little rail fanning. Simon on the rails. Small channel. Hopefully he'll get real big real soon. But not too fast where he gets nervous with it. Anyhow, John, Mystic Southern Railway. Nice to have you here, sir. Tim JD, another one of the concrete blocks of the foundation of my YouTube world. Just great to have you here for as long as you've been coming. You and several others that I keep mentioning. You guys have been here since the beginning, and it's awesome to have you guys here. It really is. Awesome to have everybody here who comes in. So Tim, JD, Paul, let's see, Colin, Chris, and everybody saying hi to each other, which is cool because I tend to ignore you all. Let's see who. I'm still scrolling. Melvin Fackler, nice to have you, sir. Great to have you. Johnny Dawson is here. You'd have to. Well, you watched part of it, John. I posted a video over the last weekend where I did a answer to Ray Bobel's "Quit Monkeying Around" challenge, and I took it to the max because that is my idiom. That is my thing. I will often do a joke response to some of the better live challenges out there, the model train challenges. Let's see, who have I missed? Randall Ellison is here. Joseph Agliato, another regular who's been hanging for a while. Steve, just saying hi, needs to take off soon. Eunice, 2 weeks holiday in Scotland. How awesome for you. Sparky, hi there. Good morning to you. Although the rest of us, it's afternoon. And technically you're in Canada, unless you're over in Australia now. It's not morning. So Randall is here. I already mentioned Andrew Turnage. Nice to have you coming in. And so everybody, I think I've caught everybody. Again, it's awesome to have you all. My theme for the day is long trains. I am running my longest trains. I don't know, I could do it as a challenge, but everybody would embarrass my long trains with their extra long trains. But I'm running my long trains, all my long passenger cars. I did not put the freight train on, which technically would be my longest train because I was just running the freight train, and you know, I am a passenger train guy, so I have the passenger trains out again today. None of my double-deckers, for those of you who are fans of the double-deckers, sorry, it's all solo deck trains. Hey, Great West Midlands, welcome. Dwight Curley is here. Hey, a lot of people here that are chiming in. Great to have you all. Yeah, for the last week, I've been putting up all kinds of joke responses. And again, people, everything I do is making fun of me and parodying me more than anything else. I've had a lot of emails, many very positive. I'm not even talking comments on the videos. Emails, people send me like, when I did the first video where I talked about, I can never participate in that. Again, some of you don't know. I've done plenty of challenges. You can go back to January and February, and I did like 6, 7 different videos. In fact, I did a 5-in-1 challenge video. It was actually 4. It's called 4-in-1, but we found out there was a 5th one, and I went back and edited the link to it. So I did a 5. So I've done the challenges. That was just me playing it up. But I got some sympathetic emails. Oh, Anthony, don't feel bad. I can't answer a lot of the things either, and that I was just camping it up to sell the joke, which worked. So of course we had the Hopper Challenge was the first one with the kangaroos, and yes, I thought that was funny. And then I had the serious response, which was serious. It was a serious response. I tacked on a joke at the end, just to tie it all together. And then Ray did the Quit Monkeying Around. Now, to me, that was a challenge. You can't title it Quit Monkeying Around and not expect me to go full ape on it. And I did. And here's the thing. That was my favorite bit, the Planet of the Apes bit. That was my favorite. And I put more effort and more time and even money into that bit. And it was my favorite. That's the one I think is the funniest. But of the first 3, it got the least amount of likes and the least amount of comments. So again, what I find funny, I find them all funny, but the ones I think, oh, this is hysterical. If they love this, they're going to love that. And bam, it did well. It got lots of views. It's over 200 views, and it got 30 plus likes. But I do have a fan now because everything I'm putting up now is getting 1 thumbs down again. So I've got a fan out there. So 1 thumbs down on it. But I thought that was my funniest bit. And then Steve Childers. Now, I'm not so egotistical to think somebody is thinking about me when they put out a challenge. But I would not be shocked if Steve Childers says, I want to name this something that will get a funny response from Anthony. I'm going to, because you can't name, why didn't he just call it the Tanker Challenge? He could have called it the Tanker Car Challenge, the Gas Tanker Challenge. No, he called it Pass the Gas. You're just asking for it. That's where you're begging for the joke video. When you call it Pass the Gas, you're begging for a joke video. And most of you are too cultured, you're too gentlemanly, you're too well-raised and proper to do a fart joke. Well, if you watch my Matt Clark with the world's longest fart scene in it, I'm not above a fart joke. So I tied it in, I tied all 4 of these bits together, and I tied it in. Now, hey, Sarah is here. I'm sorry, did I miss it? Steve is here. Steve 87 is here. Sarah Addicts Treasures, awesome to have you here. Thank you for stopping in. I think I said hi to Dwight, but if not, hi, Dwight. But anyhow, some people have commented about my hoppers. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to get serious for a minute. I have to get serious. After the last video, the answer to Steve's challenge, the kangaroos, well, I can't talk about it. If you're wearing a hat, ladies and gentlemen, would you please remove your hat? And please be respectful. Whoops, wrong one. No, that would not be respectful. I'm sorry. Please be respectful and take off your hats if you would, please. I'm sorry. But they didn't survive. I don't know whether to blame myself or blame Heath or blame Steve for the challenge that led to their demise. It's hard. My cousin down under is very angry. He's not talking to me right now, which is good because I can understand the bastard anyhow. But it was just tragic, just very tragic. But anyhow, but we must move on. We must power forward. We must just continue to do what we do as we do it as we can. And that means running some trains. So let's get the trains running. Like I said, my theme today is I'm running my longest trains on my longest trains. And I am running the Austrian Railjet. I am running the ICE-3. You can see him going past me right there. This stupid mirrored camera coming around the corner there. I'm running an IC-1. That's the long train with the white cars and the red stripe through it that are cars as opposed to the Railjet. And then on the other side of the table, I'm running the Czech EC, the Eurocity Express, the Czech EC, and I'm running my Alex diesel car set. I will say, in the defense of the hoppers, it wasn't a total waste. We got a lot of nice purses and wallets made out of them. So, you know, they'll be with us forever. Now, speaking of challenges, many of you may know Jason the Train Freak. Many of you know Jason the Train Freak. Fantastic channel, great guy, at least on video. He may be a psychopathic axe murderer off video, don't know. He's got a very intricate challenge. He has what he's calling a switching challenge, and many people have beautifully responded to it. I really can't respond to it for two reasons. One, I don't do operations, and even though I have a few cars and could try to do some switching, my layout's really not set up for that. And B, if I tried to do a joke response to it, it would be R-rated at least. And trust me, as soon as he put it up, Joyce looked at me and said, "You're not thinking." I said, "Oh, hell yes, I am." And she said, "You can't do that." And so far, she's been right. I might have something planned that is watered down, so there might be a switching video out there. But if you don't know what switching is, I'm not going to educate you today. That's your parents' job. Yes, Joseph, I saw the new Roco, Vectron, and Taurus. Now, I saw them when they first announced them, and now they've released them. You can buy them today. I would like a Vectron locomotive, but I wanted it in Deutsche Bahn Red, which I could have bought, but I didn't buy it when they came out because at the time I didn't think I wanted it. And if I buy the Night Jet, then I would wind up buying the Night Jet cars, and as cool as they are, I don't want to get a Night Jet car set right now. What I'm looking for, obviously I'm still waiting for my ICE-4, and this is just, it's a broken record of frustration. Hello, hi from H&H. Nice to have you here, H&H Express. Awesome channel, people. If you haven't checked out Hi, get off your high horse and go check out Hi. And you'll get Hi on his amazing channel and his 6 cameras and cool layout in N-scale. Jean Ricard, That's because either way, it's running Steuerwagen first. Hey, Ian from King Fox Junction. I assume that was up there. But right now, as far as locomotives go, I'm looking for a red BR-101, which nobody is making right now, and I've been trying to find one used. One is coming out a little later. I think Pico's got a 101 red coming out. I had a red one, but I gave it away to somebody in exchange for something else because it was a real El Cheapo Pico, and I didn't like it, and I got the American 101, which is still waiting to get sent off to get fixed because the bogey is messed up, and I have tried fixing the bogey, and I'm not doing something right, so I'm going to send it off and get fixed. But I'm not sending it off to get fixed and to get all the other stuff back. I sort of can't send one thing off until I get the other one back. Well, we're pulling for you, Simon. Hopefully you'll get there. I took forever to get to 100, and then over a few months I got to 200. I even did a very long, crazy 200 subscriber party almost 2 years ago now. I think it was November. It was 1 year anniversary of this channel. Well, not this channel, because I've been on YouTube with this particular channel for 11 years. I just had never posted videos. But I started my shows and started actually putting content on this channel in November of 2018. So in November of 2019, we did a 1 year anniversary show. And then and I got to about 200 subscribers at the same time. So it was a 1 year anniversary, 200 subscriber show, which I thought was funny, and again, it got some likes. But about that time, I also started doing the American Outsider and started doing more serious American stuff. And I went from 200 to 500 real fast. I shot through 400, shot through 450, went to 500 real fast. During the height of COVID, I really exploded and got up to 600. I had a couple of shout outs, a couple of nice channels gave me shout outs, and I got a couple of 20 subscriber bumps. Although usually I'd go up 20 and then drop 10 of them. But I did get little bumps. I remember Tris at Double O'Neill gave me a shout out, and I got like a 20, over the next 2 days after he gave me that shout out, I got like a 25 or 30 bump, of which I then dropped like 5 to 10, but it still was a huge bump. And then I just kept growing steadily. And then I hit about 780, and then it just flatlined. And then I started climbing again. Took forever to get to 800. I shouldn't say forever. And then I got into the 850s, and then I flatlined again. It just stopped. And then I had another little bump up. I went to 880, and then I had a big 10, 15 person drop, and then I slowly climbed up, and now I'm just over 900. Thank you. Let's see, Ian is doing something. Okay, so yeah, Ian, I knew that was you as Eunice Halt. I knew that was you because I know the name Eunice. But it's good to see you, Ian. You are always on my, what you've had to go through the last few months. It's nice to see you out and enjoying yourself, but it's been hard for you the last couple of years, and you have nothing but Joyce and my deepest thoughts to you, always wishing you well. So, once I started flying, last year at this time when I flew past 500 and was hitting 600, I thought by the end of 2020 I'll be at 1,000. I thought, this is it, the domino theory, everybody's coming to my channel now. But it didn't, and I know why. A, I don't chase subscribers. I don't. B, I don't put out content that will draw in a lot of subscribers. And I've talked about this ad nauseum. And I'm amazed I have 900, and I'm thrilled I have 900. And I, believe it or not, I feel guilty that I have 900, and so many other channels that put out much better content have half of that, have a third of it, have a fourth of it. I am just, there's no explaining. But this channel, if you go back to my beginning, if you go back to my first episode of Model Train Outsider, it's always been comedy. It's just, the comedy has taken over. The Matt Clark series, the parody songs in the last year and a half, year, not even a full year. I think we did our first parody song about a year ago. And then we did those through Christmas. Then Matt Clark started in January and went through May. And then now I'm doing so comedy will be, or at least attempts at comedy, will be a main part of this channel. And if it means I don't get subs, because trust me, I love it when somebody says this should go viral. And yeah, I have an ego. I would love one of my videos to go viral. But like I said, what I find funny, the Planet of the Apes bit is the funniest little bit outside the Matt Clark series, some bits in Matt Clark. I think it's one of the funniest things I've done. That Planet of the Apes bit, Dr. Zayas Dodge, I was in hysterics from the time I started writing it and doing it, and I had to do it. And Joyce will tell you, she's like, you realize you're going to have to spend some money to get all this to do it. I was like, yeah. She's like, no. And I was like, yeah. She's like, no. I was like, yeah. And then she said, all right, do it. And so I bought all the costume stuff and all this crap to put it together. And could I have done it better? Yeah. But I was really trying to get it done so I could get it out the next day. And there's only so many takes I can do before I'm tired of the mask and blah, blah, blah. Hey, Gus is here. Gus Hadley, the lunatic. How are you? All right. And James, I saw you earlier and forgot to say hello. Hello, James at Boulder Creek. Another guy who's got an amazing channel. Professional level building and fantastic layout, great stuff. Tim JD Dow just added a couple of new logos on his layout. That was real cool. Leslie's been filming, Leslie Gilpin here. If you love train spotting videos, he's just got amazing train spotting videos. If he put them on a disc, I'd probably buy them. The backgrounds he chooses for his trains are just so artistic and beautiful. I hate the guy. I'm jealous. That's where he gets to go film trains. I hate you, Leslie. Just stop rubbing it in that you live in a beautiful country, this beautiful countryside, and I'm stuck in where I'm at. Just stop. I'm sick of it, Leslie. Stop being a snob and running our noses in it with those amazingly beautiful videos. It's sickeningly good. So, I mean, my problem is, as any of you who are long-term people know, if I start giving a shout-out to one channel, I don't leave anybody out. Chris, my man Chris, Hales Heritage Railway, is back to doing live streams in the morning on his channel. Check him out. He's building the layout. He's got a small layout because his lady friend Shirley has chased him out of the living room because she was trying to knit and watch her shows, and he was always doing live streams, and she was just back there, Chris, you silly old man, get in another room, I can't hear my shoes. Put your shoes on and go in the other room. So poor Chris had to move and build a layout in another room, but he's always fun to watch. Unfortunately, I can't attend his live streams now. Last year, I was either off, I was working from home and I had a break while he was on. Unfortunately, now I'm working at that time. Now, for a lot of you newbies, now some people like Jean Ricard, who's relatively, I shouldn't say new anymore, Jean, but you're relatively new to the channel. But Jean Ricard went back and watched a lot of old stuff. Some people asked me, who was the guy, who was I being at the end of that video, at the end of the Planet of the Apes video. That is because he will be coming back within the next couple weeks. Actually, he is back now. But I am going to go back to doing shows, the Model Train Outsider shows, not live feeds. I'll still do my live feeds, but every couple of weeks I will, once a month, twice a month, I will try to post a new show about either what I'm doing on the layout, which is usually nothing, which is why I haven't done a show in a year and a half, or any new trains I bought. I'm still waiting for some things to come back so I can do a Meet the Fleet. I haven't done a Meet the Fleet in a long time, and I thought, hey, it'd be cool to get all the trains out and show them. But I've also added a bunch of trains. But anyhow, that guy in the white shirt and jeans that looked just like me is known to anybody who's been along this channel for a long time. That is the Ghost of 2015. He is my alter ego, and he's my hemorrhoid. Hemorrhoid being a bloody pain in the ass. He is the yin to my yang, the Costello to my Abbott, and he hasn't been seen since he made a ghost appearance in a live feed back in August of 2020. So he has been gone for over a year. But he's back. Apparently, when the apes teleported in, it created a rift in the space-time continuum, and it freed him. Well, you'll get the story of where he's been in a week or two. And so he's back. I've been debating either just killing him off. How do you kill off a ghost? We do have an episode, and now that I've got better green screening, although it's still not perfect because we still don't have space to set up green screen. I've debated going into the garage, but that would be kind of hard. But Joyce and I have a couple of green screen skits that involve the Ghost of 2015 that hopefully we will present. Peter, any one of all 41 episodes of the Model Train Outsider series, if you go to my YouTube channel, the Model Train Outsider, the Ghost of 2015 is in every single video. Now, if you go to episode 1, Model Train Outsider, not Miracle Outsider, Model Train Outsider, episode 1, you'll get the whole backstory. Now, episode 1 was my very first attempt to upload a video and do a show. I'm not calm. I'm not comfortable. Like many of you, I had anxiety doing it, and it was a very rough video. And then over the next several videos, you see I fall into being me. We got Ghostbuster jokes going. Let's see. Oh, okay. Simon, I do have freight cars and one freight locomotive. I ran the freight locomotive in a couple of the videos I uploaded this week, joke videos, but I had my freight cars in it. And then they were on live streams, not last week, but 2 weeks ago and the week before that. I'm not a big freight train fan. And yet my wife bought me a freight locomotive and a bunch of freight cars because she said, if you're going to have a layout, you need a freight train. So she bought me my freight train. And I never planned on owning a freight train, but she bought me the locomotive. She surprised me with it for birthday and then more on Christmas because my birthday is the week before Christmas. John, I don't like if people say, oh, your videos are better than mine or whatever. You know, you guys do what you do and you do what you're comfortable doing. And therefore, they're not better. Because otherwise, I got to say, well, my stuff is crap compared to Everard Junction. And, or compared to Luke Towid, I shouldn't bother doing a video because Luke does them, we do what we do. One, put your trains up on video. Make yourself a part of the community. I don't care if you run them on your kitchen table. Go back to my first non-show video. The first video I ever posted was my train on my kitchen table. And then I was running them on a little 4x6 square table down here in the basement. And then I kept building and adding onto it. And then my wife finally said, hey, the kids have grown up and moved out. Just take the basement and build as big a layout as you can. Now, she said build as big a layout as I can, but she wouldn't let me take out the bar. You could see that bar back there. I wanted to take that out so I could expand really fast. She said no. Darn her. Damn that woman sometimes. Hey, Tom Couples is here. How are you? I did one how-to video. Never again. I've done 2 review videos. I will never do a review video again. I will do a, hey, here's my new toy video. And by the way, people, just keep your eyes down below now and then, or actually, we'll go full camera. Whoops, got that one. This one, what is it? Is it that one? No, not that one. Although that one's tilted a bit. Oh, that's right, because I got it off center. I bumped it. There we go. All right, so there's still a little monkeying around, but no more kangaroos. Whoops. But, where's the other one? Where's the other one? Come on. Ah, that one. Yeah, just watch the bottom of the screen here. Watch the bottom of the screen. Hey, James Gibson, welcome in. But, oh, the Alex train blocked it. I was going to have you get freaked out with Beethoven staring at you all the way through. My Beethoven locomotive's going. Hey, Ray Central is here. How are you? It's been a while. Haven't seen you. Randall, you do a great job with videos. Your review videos are great, and the couple of how-tos you've done are pretty cool. Creepy eye staring at you. All right. Oops, going the wrong way. You're better than good. Is my wife a barfly? No. Joyce and I are really not drinkers. We really aren't drinkers. We're not barflies. I think you could count on one hand how many times we've been in a bar in our life. Even in Germany. Now, beer stubas, places that serve beer, and we're not calling a bar, but actual bars, I think maybe 5 times in our life. Which camera am I on? 5 times in our life. An actual bar. There's that beautiful railjet. Hey, Split Rock, Tom, how are you, sir? I'm that way too. That's why I'm very intrigued when Ray Boble, and Ray Boble has invited me to call him up and he'll do an op session over the phone or through a Google chat with me. And I want to do it. It's just finding a time where it's all clear. He would be clear. I'm kind of waiting for him to get his layout going and where he does a couple of op sessions in videos, and I know he has. But where he's feeling like his layout's at a point where he's like, yeah, I really want to show off my op session. Because I'm curious about it. I understand what an op session is, but there are so many of you model trained people that do op sessions, and it's a major part of your layouts. I'm curious exactly how you do it. And I understand the cards and that you're moving trains, but they talk about having 6 or 7 guys over, and each operating a different thing and doing a different thing. I would love to see that in action. Just because when people do things that related to something I do, I like to know what's going on. Yeah, Split Rock had, and by the way, I can't give Thomas at Split Rock 323. I can't give him a shout out. I refuse to give his amazing channel with great videos, excellent how-to and custom build, all the amazing. I will not give him a shout out. He's well over 2,000 subscribers now. He doesn't need a small channel like mine sending him more viewers. Because most of you probably subscribed to him before subscribing to me. His amazing channel, I will not give it a shout out. I'm not even going to mention that he had a live stream last night to celebrate his 2,000 subscribers and that he's had 250,000 views on his videos. 250,000 views on his videos. I don't want to mention that, and so I will not mention that because that's too many views because he'll get big-headed. And he had an amazing contest last night where he was giving away all kinds of prizes. Don't want to talk about that. Don't want to have you guys suddenly run in and sign up to his fantastic channel that has all this amazing stuff on it. So I will not give him a shout out. I'm sorry. I do draw the line somewhere. Yeah, I can set up the GoPro here. I don't have it set up, but I got it ready to go. I was just debating which train to put it on. I don't think I'll do the Railjet, but I can't put it on the ICE. Normally I run the GoPro on lane 2, so it'd have to be lane 1 or 3 because the ICE is on lane 2 and I can't connect the car to it. So it's lane 1 or 3. So I will set it up here. It'll be around here, but let me go ahead and get the other stuff. It takes about 5 minutes or so to set it up, maybe longer. Beep, beep, beep. That's it going on. Now I gotta set up the other stuff. And the phone is over here. Do it again, bye, bye, bye. No, stop advertising that. I've already told you. How many times can I say no before you stop sending me the stupid ads? Wi-Fi disconnected. Haha. Set up live. Other RTMP, yes. Searching for networks. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Okay, we're good. Yes. And then it said, oh, I didn't catch it coming around. I'll have to catch it around next time. Continue. Go live. I hate that. It says continue and then go live. All right, there's that. He is all good to go. So now I can hit this guy good to go. Network. Play. And we are in business. Okay, so let me drop that down and drive everybody crazy. Let me see, which one do I want him to stop with? He's going to be on the inside track, so maybe I should just stop the whole layout to do this. Bear with me, kids. Nope. I'll just let them stay up. And I'm going to stop the whole layout for a second so I can do this. And, oh, he's probably not going to like this, but we'll give the old college try. We'll see how it does. And let's make sure the view is coming through on the camera. So passenger view, 5, 4, 3. Yep, there we go. And, okay, so this is the cab view. So let's go ahead and turn everything back on. I got to keep it slow. I apologize. I'm going too fast. I want to make sure he's got power enough to... Oh, that's a cool picture. Whoa, 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 stop. Gosh darn it. I knew that might happen if I did it that way. Oh, he tipped over, kids. Sorry. All right, let me see if I can separate it and put it in play. You're all going to get sick there, I know. Oh, he went around that corner. I knew it was going to be awkward. Okay, so let's see if he will work here. I think that is the way I want him. Yeah, okay. Okay, we'll see if this does better. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's always that awkward one. So bear with me. Let's see if he works a little better this way. Yeah, he'll handle that curve being in the middle. Being pushed in the front, it was just too much. So there you go. This is I call this the passenger view. A lot of you guys know cab views. This is passenger view. I actually prefer this view over cab view. I could turn them around and try to do a cab view, but hey, Artie is here. Roy is here. Randall said he had to leave. All right, Randall, take care. It's always great to have you here. Oh, you'll be right back. Oh, all right. So I guess I should read what you wrote. Oh, watch the feed. Don't turn the power off like I did earlier this week. So unfortunately, you don't get the best view through my station. You get a good view of my station coming around the corner here, but that's not the best one. So yeah, I call this the passenger view, and why I love it is because I've ridden trains so many times in Germany. In fact, it's the only country I've ridden trains in. All right, that's a lie. I've ridden trains in the Czech Republic, Austria, and the Netherlands, as well. But this view is so my world. I am used to sitting on a train looking out and looking at trains passing by both ways. It just reminds me of train rides. And then when you get near the village again, you kind of see the village stuff. Yes, I need people on my trains, but people are expensive. And see, yeah, hi. Oh, I need to adjust that building. That building looks like an earthquake hit it. Oh, well. It's a little better. Hi, this is the thing. Whoops. Come on, work with me. We'll come back to that view in a second. This is the thing. I got into model trains 5 years ago, late 2015, so it's almost 6 years ago. My kids were already grown. This is one of the saddest things for me. I shouldn't say one of the saddest things, okay? If this stuff had been like this, if I had been into trains and could have gotten these German trains like this when my kids were little, I would love to have grown up, had my kids grow up and working on this with me. Of course, I would have been younger. I wouldn't have had the problems in my hands that really keeps me from doing a lot of custom building anymore. I had a nice spurt in the summer where I got all those buildings done, but I pushed the limit and I haven't built any buildings lately. And I don't want to buy any more buildings until I sort out my Delmenhorst side. The biggest thing is I want to figure out how to build the Delmenhorst City Hall. and the water tower that goes with it. Did I see somebody say Jerry here? Hi, Jerry. There he is. There's another guy who does all kinds of cool rail fanning videos in the Philadelphia area. And I think recently just filmed a couple of cool things down at Strasbourg. And Jerry also does a woodworking channel, and I give him high marks. He knows his stuff. I know woodworking, but not to the degree and level he does, nor do I have the tools that he does. I still am more a cobbler, even though that means shoemaker. I'm still more of a cobbler than a big designer, but I can build things out of wood, functional. I just don't know how to make them pretty. I don't have the tools that really allow you to go into that. And hand tool wise, I'm not, there are guys that can take a saw and saw a straight line by hand. I need the skill saw and a brace. But yeah, Jerry Secchiarelli has a great channel. He's building an N-scale layout, so you got all kinds of things on his channel. N-scale model railroad going, rail fanning, woodworking stuff. He sometimes does a thing called Questions from the Truck, where you could ask him anything and he'd try to give you his answer on it, although he's scaled back on that. All right, and the thing is, I never grew up with a model train. My father bought me a model train when I was 6 years old in 1969, and by 1970 it was basically in a box and never played with again. That's a slight exaggeration, but probably by 1971 I stopped playing with it. It was a circle of track. It had a couple of cars and a Santa Fe Super Chief, E7, F7, whatever it was, BW3, I don't know what they call it. It was a Santa Fe Super Chief, and I just did not find anything with it. Buying my first model German train in December of 2015, and all the fun. I'm a bells and whistles guys, so it had a decoder in it. It had all these sound files on it, all these cool things on it. It blew my mind, and I was hooked. I had to learn a lot. I did not even know that when I bought a Miraklin train. All I knew is I wanted an ICE 3. That was the cheapest one I could find, and it was still expensive. And it was by a German company called Miraklin. Miraklin had a good reputation. It was considered the standard by all other trains, although people will say Miraclin's had its good years and bad years. I have yet to buy a Miraklin locomotive that disappointed me. There's a couple that aren't the strongest pullers, but overall, my Miraklin trains are awesome. But I did not realize that I had just jumped into the world of 3-rail. My kids bought me, Dad, this is a controller for Miraklin, this is track for Miraklin. And all of a sudden, wham, I'm AC 3-rail. Now, at that stage, maybe I could have switched and gone DCC, DC, in other words, 2-rail track. It would have made some things easier. But to be honest, for me, knowing me, the 3-rail Miraklin track system that I use, no, not the most realistic. But it's the easiest to care for. It's the best powered system. You don't get the dead spots. Yes, you can get a tricky turnout or a tricky bogey that might act up. But I don't get the shorts. I don't get any of the other issues. I don't have to worry about reverse loops. I don't have to isolate areas for the polarization issues. I don't short out often, knock on wood. So for me, it's been a godsend. I mean, because I am lazy. I'm not into, it's got to be perfectly realistic. And the Miraklin trains just have so much with them. And everything is plug and play. This is plug and play. You know, this is the difference if you worked on computers in the 80s and then bought a computer in the early 2000s, where it went from you had to load everything in manually to plug it in, and the computer loads it up, ready to play, ready to use. And that's what the Miracle train system is for me. Would I tell everybody to go out and buy it? No. I would tell you, what do you want to do? What are you into? It is more expensive. So when cost is a factor, Miracle's not for you. That's why I only have so many trains. And again, I know some of you have a lot less trains than I do. When you're trying to avoid spending $100 a loco or a train, I don't have a loco that wasn't at least $200. The cheapest loco I currently have was, well, $220 with shipping. It was $180 plus tax and shipping. Hey, Joe Rader, how are you? Genre card. I'm going to send hitmen to Denmark if you don't stop. You just need to stop. Just because you in Denmark run them backwards, I got news for you. When I'm in Germany, it's usually locomotive first. Hater. And you should be gratified. I did that one day where I ran all my Steuerwagen first. Just for you. Just for your grumpy Danish butt. Four, three, two, one. There we go. Yeah, there's always a delay. Now, by the way, when you do watch the passenger camera view here, when you do see this passenger camera view, there is about a 3-second delay from what you see in reality versus what comes through on the screen. I'm going to see if I can slow him down just a bit more. And so maybe you can really get to see some things and he might focus a little better. I got to make sure he's got the oomph to get up that. Yeah, Ray, Tycho was 3-rail, Lionel was 3-rail, even an HO Gale Lionel was 3-rail for a long time. I would assume sometime in the late 50s, early 60s, Lionel switched their HO to 2-rail, but they were 3-rail, and Lionel, I think G gauge period is 3-rail, isn't it, or 1 gauge? Is it 1 gauge or G gauge, one scale or G scale that it's just automatically 3-rail. Hey Simon, how are you? And Greg, nice to have you. The Pink Mountain side, the Delmenhorst bus station with my dead Fowler car system that I'm still trying to decide what to do. I've probably talked myself into buying a couple of new things and trying it one more time. Your first Varney diesel sounds good. £500, that'd be about 610, 615 American dollars, Andrew. Yeah. Yeah, that's probably more expensive than my most expensive loco. My Railjet locomotive is probably the most expensive loco, and that was no, I lied. That's the Railjet. Yeah. This is my most expensive loco. It was $415. Joyce bought it. I told her not to spend more than $400. I told her not to spend more than $350. She couldn't find it. She really wanted to get it for me. Bless her heart. But this was $415. That's my most expensive loco. So $415 is about what? 340 pounds? 340 pounds? 350 pounds? I'm trying to do rough it. But this is my most expensive loco. Now, my most expensive train is my Railjet in terms of how much I actually paid for it. The Railjet clocks in at around, well, I got it on sale too, but I paid locomotive and trains. I probably paid about $850 for it, and to replace it would probably cost $1,000. The most expensive train I own, the one worth the most money, is my Rheingold. My fancy Rheingold. I've got 2 Rheingolds. My fancy Rheingold is $1,300, worth $1,300. I got it for a song and a dance because a guy was selling it and did not know what it was. His uncle had died. He was the only remote local relative. He didn't know what the trains were worth. He did not know what he could. He did not even want to take the time to look up the prices. He just wanted to get rid of it. He said he started it at $300. He started the bidding at $300. I got it for $340. I talked him into $340, but I felt guilty. I really felt like I should tell him, you know, this train's probably worth about $1,300. But I wanted a steamer. You guys had pressured me into steamers. You guys, you know who you are. You had pressured me into steamers, and that was just too good a deal. He didn't care. No, Greg, I don't have my IC4. There's no word. Last word was mid-August. If you go to all the sites, even if you go to Miraklin site, they said it's out at the dealers, but not one dealer is advertising it. A friend of mine who's connected to Miraklin in Germany says that from what he understands, they are sitting in a warehouse. What they're doing there, don't know. But they have been listed from the Miraklin site as out to the dealers since April. And then they came out and said, all right, we're going to get them out to the dealers in August. So I don't know if there's a problem, if they're doing follow-ups, because they're not telling us. It's annoying as all get out. Which Tim do we have? Tim. Oh, Tim JD. Okay. 9S. Yeah. And see, that's the thing. When I watch the UK channels, and the UK is talking about how Hornby and Bachmann are blasting up the prices. And unfortunately, part of that is because of the UK. I mean, it's your economic system, and I don't want to go politics on there, but your import-export system and everything else, it's so much more expensive. But even so, you know, I hear UK guys talk about, oh my God, this new Hornby train's 150 pounds, about $200, right? And I'm like, $200 is a cheap, low budget, not very high quality German locomotive. So I'm always caught off when a lot of UK guys will say, 200 pounds for this stupid loco, or 150 pounds for it, that's too much. And I'm like, that's half of what I usually pay for my locomotives. And then I don't even know what are good prices. I've seen American locomotives, $100 rate, you know, new, again, depending on whether they're chipped or not, $100 up to $400 to $500, which is roughly comparable. Now, HO scale, Miraklin has some locomotives that are $800-900 just for the locomotive, but those are high-end, very fancy steam, heavily detailed HO scale locomotives, heavily chipped, and you know they basically can also run your dishwasher, your refrigerator, the lawnmower, and everything else as well. Yeah, I could see that, Artie, that, yeah, getting it to Australia is just expensive. Because Roco, I don't think Roco, somebody could double check me, I think Roco has their factories in Germany, or, Roco is not Polish, Austrian. Roco has their main factory in Austria, and I think they have another one somewhere else in Europe. I don't know if they have a Chinese one. I know Märklin closed their Chinese factory a long time ago. Märklin is either made in Germany or Hungary. Hey, Robert Shaw is here. Nice to have you, sir. Thanks for coming in. Let's see, where's the passenger? It's coming right around now, so there you go. Going through my town again, looking down my cheap paper streets, just because I wanted streets, and until I can pave this all, it's just going to sit like this for another year. Next year at this time, I'm going to have so much. Hey, and Robert's train set here. We have 2 Roberts. Nice. James is here. Jim is here. Hover Motion is here. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. All right, hi, take care. Yeah, it is 10:30 there, so it's could be bedtime over in the Netherlands. Everybody knows Robert. You should even say hi to those who don't. Hey, Hardcore is here. How are you, Hardcore? That's just cool. It slows down going up that incline. I swear that's a 2% incline, but maybe it's a 3% like Joyce said. The pink mountains, some treetops, and then a decent view at my Fowler bus system, and then a too tight an angle at my Delmenhorst train station. It's 9:30 in the UK, 10:30 in Germany. I know my time zones because I communicate so often with people on, especially in the European time zones. And I've been to Europe so many times, mostly Germany. I will be in the UK next June. We're having problems because I fly out of Canada. Even though I'm American, it's half the price to fly out of Canada than it is out of the United States. And Canada has money of mine. Air Canada has some of my money. But all of a sudden they're saying my account doesn't exist. I'm trying to book our flights to next year, and I can book my flight, but to get the money they still have of mine, I have to go through my account, and my account has disappeared from them. I keep using my username and password, and they're like, username and password are incorrect. I'm like, no, they're not. Is that it, James? It's only in Austria. I thought they had one more somewhere. Now, I know like Jägendorf Collection, which is a Austrian company, and Jim, don't you have a couple of Jägendorfers? But Jägendorfer Collection, I think his stuff is made in China, but he has a direct connection with the Chinese factory, and he makes sure they're made right, because Jägendorfer are nice locomotives. I will say this, I only own the one Jägendorfer. I've seen a ton of them, but I only own one. The ones I've seen are gorgeous. Every Jägendorfer Collection locomotive is gorgeous. Their rail jets are the cream of the crop. Their rail jets are the prettiest rail jets out there. But my Beethoven locomotive here, let's go to the 11 lane view. Quick, 11 lane view. There it is. That Beethoven locomotive that just went around, that is one of my weakest polars. So, yeah, it is, Ree doesn't make anything that works for me, but I've heard good things about Ree, or Ray, as technically it should be pronounced. Yeah, that Taurus is fine with these 5 cars on a flat surface, but if I were to ask him to try to pull it up my 2%, 3% incline, he dies. I have to crank him up to maximum speed. He's lightweight and he doesn't have a great pull to him. Yeah, I don't show the individual cameras. I tend to do the mixed camera, and I should show more of the individuals because they do give some great views. But my theme today was my longest trains outside my freight train. These are my longest trains. They're the longest trains I currently have because my IC1, my ICE1, and my ICE2 have parts of them missing, so I can't run them. Otherwise, they would have been running, and the Czech Euro Express and that red Regiobahn that you see running in the background would not be running because my ICEs are longer. But I'm still waiting for those to come back from California. Okay, yeah. See, whenever I think of Ree, I think of their World War II stuff and their steam locomotives. Ree does a lot of World War II era stuff. A lot of military trains and stuff that I see, but I don't follow them enough. I guess the most honest way to put it is I don't pay attention to them. I kind of see what they do. But yeah, they look nice. They really look nice, and I've heard good things from people who do them. I mean, I did a Märklin Outsider video where I kind of went through the German companies and rated them on quality and pricing and that. And boy, did that spark off a lot of debates. If I said anything negative about any of the companies, you know, the lovers, they got defensive. How dare you say Märklin overall is better than Pico? Well, I find it is, you know. The one I'm looking for is the Mozart, which, if you find it, is out of my price range. I would love the Mozart, but there's 4 versions of the Mozart. 2 are DC, which I can't do. I've got to get the 3-rail AC. And then the ones that are AC, if you find it at a relatively cheap price, it probably doesn't play the music. The last time I saw the Mozart Taurus available, it was $650 on eBay, and it sold for like $700. I can't pay that much for a Loco. As much as I love the Mozart, and I would love the Mozart. In fact, I should have bought it when it was there, because the Mozart was the ones Joyce said, get it if you want it, and I couldn't justify getting it other than it was cool. And then 8 months later, we saw the Beethoven. But I could have gotten the Mozart for about $400 plus shipping. And Joyce was willing to let me get it because she saw the Mozart and just said, yeah, that's really nice. If you want it, get it. And I didn't because I just couldn't justify spending that money. Now, obviously, looking back, I wish I did. There's also a Franz Liszt one. I also wouldn't mind getting the Richard Wagner one. The Richard Wagner one, but that one sold out. And there's actually 2 different Richard Wagner ones. Rocco does one, and Jägendorfer Collection does one. One of them, it's Wagner on one side and Franz Liszt on the other. And then there's one that is just Wagner, which is really cool, and that's the one I want. All right, Sarah, thanks for stopping in. Awesome. Love that so many people came in today. I mean, I think I got over 30 viewers, over 30, and it's been a while since we've had more than 30 people on the stream. But yeah, I love the passenger view. It's just really hard to do a cab view with this camera, especially on this lane. It would bump the canopies on my station. If I ran it on lane 2, standing up, I could probably do it. But you can see it slows down there as it starts going uphill. But, you know, again, I retire in May. I'll be in the UK for most of the month of June next summer. Well, technically it's not summer till the end of June. And then when I come back is when I'm really going to just really start tearing out this Fowler car system and redo it from scratch. Yeah, the bribes are expensive, Artie. I want to stop everything for a second here. All right, I'm going to show this one more time. In case you came to the channel later, a couple of you have mentioned my hoppers. I just want to share this with you. Some of you already saw it. Most of you may have already seen it. But just, you know, if I could have a couple of moments of silence in honor of the hoppers. Yeah, Joyce and I have basic stops we're planning on. And again, Bear Lane Stephen Price is a travel agent. He's offered to help us, and we are going to take him up on it. And we keep delaying him because we can't sort out our travel dates because Air Canada does not let me book my dates with everything else. Is Lenny here?
No. I'm going to make just a quick hi, everybody.
Oh, wait, we've got a visitor here.
Because I'm going to drop off the stuff for Steven.
Hang on. Let's get to the right camera. Let's go Nexi Solo. There we go.
So, hi, everybody. Just a quick hi. I hope everybody's doing well. We have COVID cases spreading through our school. And I'm going to do,
Somebody derailed or something. What happened?
I don't know. I'm going to do a quick porch
See, I said something about not shorting and...
Yeah, there went. So I'm going to do a quick porch drop off.
I got the train guides.
His stuff, and then I'm going to go take care of my brother.
Oh, you got to take care of Tom? All right. Did maybe the
weekend.
camera fall over? No, the camera's good. We're looking good.
All right, so everybody take care. So I won't be too long.
Huh.
Definitely want a baby time.
Who is it? The no, you're good. You're good. Is it Beethoven? Because he tends to be a culprit here. Did one of you guys? Huh. Well, that is very interesting. Huh. I'm not seeing anybody derailed. I'm not sensing anybody derailed. Let's see what happens. Nope, I'm still getting the warning. Oh! Bada bing, bada boom. That's what happened. You son of a gun, you. Ah! My stupid Regioban dropped his Steuerwagen. You jinxed me, Jean. He dropped his Steuerwagen. Oh well, we'll just leave it off. So he bumped into it, and that caused it to derail and caused the third rail short. Took me, I looked at every train except that one. All right, we're good. So Artie, you'll be out of town. Well, I'm in the UK. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be in the UK almost all of June. Joyce and I have places planned. We're going to spend like 4 days. We're going to be there close to 4 weeks. So we're going to spend about 3 to 4 days in London. Well, 3 days in London. Then we're going down near the Bristol, Cardiff area. I mean, I know those aren't necessarily too close to each other, but we're going to go down to the Cardiff area because we want to take one of the trains up, and then we'll be in the North Wales area, Conwy. We're hoping that we can sneak in and see Alan at Dragon Junction. So we will advertise. This is when we're in London. So anybody in London who wants to see us, because we are not going to. We don't have a lot we want to see in London. I know this sounds terrible to all the UK people, and there's like a million things you should do. We are going to take a morning bus trip and see all the sights of London. That's it. We're not gung-ho to go into Buckingham Palace. We're not gung-ho. So if we drive by and go, oh look, Buckingham Palace, and maybe the Queen will come out and wave to us, fine. But what we're doing in London is we're flying into London. Okay? It's just, we're flying into Heathrow or Gatwick. I don't know which one it'll be yet. And then we're going to spend 3 days in London. And what we're going, I'm going to Abbey Road Studios for the Beatles. I want to do a Jack the Ripper, a real good one. If anybody in London says this is the best Jack the Ripper bit, I'm sorry, it's a creepy interest of mine. If anybody knows what the best Jack the Ripper tour thing is to do, let me know. If it's a late night tour thing, Joyce and I are all in. And then we want to go to the Tower of London. So Abbey Road Studios. Other than that, we just, there's the Old Bailey. There's Buckingham Palace. We're cool with that. We don't need to go in and wait in line and all that crap. We don't want to go annoy the guards, the changing of the guards and that. We see so many people do that and just, Piccadilly's, Trafalgar Square, all those places. Again, a quick drive-by would be cool. I know there's a lot of cool things, but I'm more into the history stuff, except when it comes to London. Then we're going to go up, and I don't know how long we're going to stay up in the York area. But I want to... in the York area, I'm going to go visit a bunch of various battlefields from the various English civil wars, including Wars of the Roses, and a couple others. I want to go see the Battle of Towton site and the museum. Trying to think of the other one. I also want to head from York, head way over and see the battlefield of Stamford Bridge, which was, I got to make sure I keep these straight, where King Harold beat the Vikings before he went down and lost Hastings. I think that's Stamford Bridge. That is in the York area where it looked feasible to get there. So we're going to do, so the route would actually be this route. We're going to go London, Cardiff, Conwy, and we're going to spend 2-3 days in North Wales because I want to go see Carnarvon Castle and Conwy Castle, and there's a couple other castles if we could get to it from there. Then we want to go up to Liverpool, and if possible from Liverpool, we'd like to go up to Donegal and see Mark Donegal Dad. I want to see his museum. I've seen too much of it online on his channel. I would love to go up there, but it looks like it's going to be really hard to get up there. But he talked about maybe meeting us somewhere. Well, maybe Liverpool. So if you're in the Liverpool area, if you're in North Wales, if you're in the Cardiff area, southern England, southwest England. So London, Cardiff, Bristol area. Then Conwy, North Wales. Like I said, we want to go see Dragon Junction just to meet the man, the myth, the legend in person. And Joyce wants to see his legs. No, that's a joke. I'm sorry, Alan, if you're listening in. It's just an old joke. Alan's probably sick of it. Joyce is sick of me making the jokes about it. And then actually from Conwy, go over to Liverpool, and lots of Beatles stuff in Liverpool. But we're going to spend a few days in Liverpool. And so if you're in that region, because Jim Hover Motion, I think, aren't you in the Manchester area? I would love to hook up with Jim, because Jim's one of the first Tricks, American, German train sites that was in English I came across. And I am a worshiper of Jim's channel. I am a worshiper of Jim's channel. I'm not a subscriber, I'm a worshiper. Jim at Hover Motion is God to me. I worship him. I have a man crush on Jim. I've never met the man. He might be a complete bastard in real life, but there is a deep and troubling love I have for Jim at Hover Motion over the internet. And I'm just one of 15,000 subscribers he has, but I'd like to think I'm his #1 subscriber. I've sent him emails asking for a lock of his hair. He's refused. Anyhow, so I would love anybody who's in that area. And then from Liverpool, we're going up to Scotland, and we're going to go to Edinburgh. Because if I say Edinburgh, apparently it causes World War III. But I think it's funny, you blokes yell at me for saying Edinburgh, but then you say Berlin and not Berlin. You say Paris and not Paris. You better pronounce our cities right, lad, but to hell with pronouncing anybody else's cities correct. But yeah, Edinburgh. We're going up to Edinburgh, and I want to go to Stirling Battlefield, Wallace Castle, and we'll probably head over to visit Shirley, and if she can wake up Chris, we'll visit Chris. And then we're coming down to York, and in the York area. And then maybe Cambridge, but then back to London and back home. We're going to try to do that all in about 4 weeks. Hey, Roof Railways, how are you, sir? Well, if we could try to meet halfway, Look, Jim, I'm a Liverpool Reds fan. Going into Manchester might revoke my privilege. I might lose status with my fellow Liverpool fans if I went into Manchester. I mean, we got the whole Beatles versus Oasis, Liverpool versus red and blue, whatever the crap is you call it down there in Manchester. And that only means anything if you're a football fan. And so we know 4 weeks in the UK is not enough time to see all the cool things. And while we're in York, we probably figured we'd go to the York Railway Museum, the National Railway Museum in York. And we thought that if any of you lived within shouting range of York, that if we set a day, maybe we could all meet and go into York together. And that way, those of you who were in that area wanted to meet, we could do something train related and go hang out at the Railway Museum. And we'd have a big group of us, and I could walk around acting like a huge American celebrity, followed by all these UK sycophants following me around. And so those are the main stops. I mean, we know Cambridge. There are so many cities we can't get to. Guys, I've gone to Germany 15 times, and I've only scratched the surface of all the things I want to see in Germany. And I still want to do Scandinavia sometime in my life, if I'm lucky enough to do it. So this is our one big shot at the UK, but at the same time, what a lot of people, this is, when you come to the UK, you want to see this, you want to see that. We wanted to go up to that beautiful bridge up in central Scotland, that rail aqueduct. What is that aqueduct up? It's much further north of Stirling than I thought it was. So we don't think we're going to get to that viaduct. So we do like old towns, okay? We do like old towns. So while we're in York, are you saying you're dead? You shouldn't be dead, but you're saying you're dead. Okay, the one camera died. Will the men in the white coats come soon? Maybe. But then again, if they haven't caught me by now, they're not going to catch me. But yeah, it's there's just, I mean, let's face it, many of you live in the UK, and have you gone to all the great places in the UK? So in 4 weeks, we just can't hit it all. I mean, obviously you could spend 4 weeks in London and do all that stuff. But London, no offense to Londoners, it's not our draw. My number one draw to the UK is Liverpool. I'm a huge Beatles geek, major Beatle maniac. I'm a Liverpool Reds fan, so to see Anfield would be a dream come true. I'll probably get arrested. You'll probably read about it because I'll probably hop the fence and run across the pitch. Because if it's my only chance to be at that pitch, I can't even go there during season. The season's already over by the time we get there. So, because that would be a real dream, is to see a game at Liverpool. That would be an awesome dream. And that's right, you can't take me, Artie. The white coats come for me. They've got to fight. And besides, they'd have to get through Joyce to get through me. And if you watch my Planet of the Apes video, you're not getting through Joyce. I mean, he came back. Look what Joyce did to him. Look, you don't mess with Joyce. She took him apart. He came back. Oh, we're going to start doing Beatle puns. But, I mean, I was a child in the 60s, and the Beatles were the background music of the 60s. I don't care if you like the Beatles or not. They're the greatest rock and roll band of all time. Screw the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones are a false advertisement. The greatest rock and roll band in the world. Well, only because the Beatles broke up. Who built the fourth bridge? I don't even know who built the first three. That's a good one. Well, again, we don't have the exact date set. We are flying out of the United States on June 1st, and we're planning on leaving the UK around June 27th. So that's 25, 26 days. Take out the travel days, it's about 24, 25 days. So that's, I told Joyce 4 weeks. She wanted me to shave a couple of days off of it because as of June 1st, I'm retired. As of June 1st, I am done working for a living. I'm retired. The paperwork's in. I'm already watching a lot of my colleagues have to do their first set of state government required paperwork and stuff. And I'm like, I'm exempt. Retiring teachers are exempt. My principal's mad too because she tries to use some of that stuff to go at me and she can't get me. And again, well, we're going to spend probably close to a week in York because what we like to do is we like to stay in a city and use it as a base and go from there on what we call day trip. So, like when we're in Germany, for example, we lived in a small town in Bavaria called Kempten. We lived for a week in Kempten, but each day, one day we went down and saw Neuschwanstein Castle, the famous fairy tale castle. Then we went down to the island of Lindau another day. Then we rode the world's longest mountainside individual roller coaster. Then we went to the city of Ulm to see the famous world's tallest Minster church tower. Then we went to Munich again, because we always go to Munich. We went to Munich and saw Nymphenburg Palace for the first time. So we pick a city as a base city, and then we do everything that 2 to 3 hours away. So we say, these are all the things in the area we can do while we're there. So we're going to go to York, and then anything that's within a couple of hours, 2 to 3 hours, we call them day trips. So, which Mark? Okay, Mark's got to go. Take care. Thanks for stopping in. Glad to have you becoming a regular. Okay, you were listening to the radio coming back from Memphis, and they played the song Zombie, She's Not There. And that brings up our parody song. That's when we've had a success, when you hear the song and you think of our parodies. I mean, I love our parody songs, especially when Joyce sings. But, again, I keep hoping one of those might catch on more and get 500 views, 600 views, whatever. Hey, Kieran, you're late. Kieran, you're late. But how are you? So that is, so I can't give exact dates until Air Canada lets me book the trip, because here's the situation. 2 years ago, Joyce and I booked a trip to Germany, and we paid for our flights through Air Canada. Air Canada canceled the flights because of COVID. That was 2020. They canceled the flights in April. We were supposed to fly in June of 2020, last year June, and Air Canada canceled the flight. And they said, well, if you want a full cash refund, we're going to keep 30% of it. It's like, wait, how do you keep 30% when you canceled the flight? You can't cancel my flight and then say, we're going to keep 30% of the money. So then they said, but you can put it in a 24-month, 2 years, 24-month holding. Well, we'll hold on to the money, and then that money will be there when you go to pay for your next flight. Well, we tried to book a flight to Germany this year, for this past summer, and of course COVID prevented us from traveling again. So the money's still there, but it's been there since January. It's been there since January of 2020. So we have to use it by January of 2022. Well, they sent an email a while ago saying, okay, now we're offering full cash refunds, or you could just leave the money here. We said, leave the money there. We're going to book a flight with you guys. And it's like $2,400 of ours they've got. So finally, Joyce and I set the days we want to travel, and we started trying to book with Air Canada. But it won't let me access my account with Air Canada. It's not accepting my login or my password. It keeps saying incorrect password. It's not the incorrect password. We haven't changed it. I've tried contacting them. They're not responding. And when I try to book the trip through just my email and on their website, it wants me to pay the $2,200 that it would cost to fly to the UK next June. And I'm like, no, you have my money. In fact, I should get a refund, because I paid you $24 for the Germany trip. Now the UK trip's only $2,200. I get $200 back. And but they won't let me. I should have booked this, and then what I do is once I book the dates, because I can't sit down and do this until I book the full dates. I'm talking and you guys are seeing me and not train. Sorry about that. I booked the dates, and well, I haven't booked the dates. I can't sit down and map out when we're doing things until we know exactly what the dates are that we're going to be traveling, because then we say, okay, these 3 days in London, these 2 days here, these 4 days here, blah, blah, blah. So I can't give you exact dates until I can book the flight and know these are the exact flying days, travel days, and then I sit down with a calendar and go, okay, I want 3 days here, 2 days there, a week here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I hope that makes sense. All right, take care, Robert. Thank you for popping in, sir. Always an honor. So we are really, really looking forward to the UK. It's just, now I got to get Air Canada to figure out where's my money. But I can't find out where my money is until they let me get into my account with Air Canada. Because Air Canada is half the price. Well, it's about 33% to 40% cheaper than flying out of America. It's ridiculous how much cheaper it is to fly out of Canada than the United States. Because the United States airlines and U.S. airports just rip you off right and left. The same exact flight to Germany, going to the same exact city in Germany, was $1,100 per person, well, plus tax, $1,200 per person. So $2,400 for Joyce and I. It was $3,700 out of Detroit. So Detroit and Windsor Airport are 40 miles apart, and it's $1,400 more to fly out of Windsor or out of Detroit than Windsor. So I'll drive the extra 40 miles to Windsor Airport to save $1,400. Hey, Richard Brown, how are you, sir? So it's a let's see, where is the one train? Where is he? Is he nearby? Nope, he's going up right now. Let me bring him around real quick. And then I will stop him and I will change battery in the camera and start us all back up again. Battery. Alright, Railjet, I need you out of the way, so... Come on, a little further. Come on, move along, move along, move along. That's it, right there. That's it. Okay. Hello, Railjet, or ICE. Thank you. There we go. One dead battery out. One live GoPro battery in. Wait. Are we good? Are we good? That didn't mess anything up, did it? You look like you were derailed, but you're good. Okay. Alright, so now let's go control your GoPro. Yeah, I'm good. It's been a hard week. Not bad. Ooh, strawberry trifle. Sounds good. busy week, stressful week. Joyce's brother has basically had one emergency after another this week, and she has had to run over there and help him out. If you don't know, my wife's older brother has ALS, which in America is known as Lou Gehrig's disease, except very few Americans remember would know who Lou Gehrig was. But it's 100% fatal, and your window of life expectancy is 2 to 8 years, depending on your personal rate of decay. He still lives at home, although next week he's going into assisted living. But yeah, it's been hard for him, and he shouldn't be living on his own, and he's living on his own. Okay, that looks like everything's going. I want to double check here. Are we back live? Okay. Are you reading him? Are we good here? Yes, we are. Okay, so we are back. Okay, so let's go back to passenger view for a bit. Go. There we go. And we will speed him on his way. So we'll give you the passenger view again for a bit. Hey, David Cook! Another one of the regulars who's probably was working. I shouldn't razz you if you were working. No, the Mozart, yeah, hardcore, the Mozart is, there's a Rocco Mozart, and there is a Jägendorfer collection Mozart. Jägendorfer collection, and there we go. That's the Jägendorfer collection. But I think Rocco did one too. I really should use this screen to type on, then I don't have to change camera. The thing is, they're all modeled on actual locomotives that had those paint schemes, and those locomotives actually did play music. The one I'm looking for is the Jägendorfer one. Yeah, Randall, it's tough. It's been hard on Joyce because she comes home from work, she works a long day, she gets home 5 to 5:30. We're trying to work out dinner, and then all of a sudden she gets a call and has to run over to her brother, and then that lasts Terry, no, my ICEs are still in California. My ICE 1 and ICE 2 are still in California. My ICE 3 is back here, has been back for several months. But my ICE 1 and ICE 2 are waiting because the chips he ordered got delayed with all the COVID travel issues and everything. So it's taking a while. Also, he lives in Stockton, California. And in case you haven't caught that, all of the world around Stockton, California is on fire. So there's a lot of reasons why it's delayed. Andrew Chevalier at AC Euro Trains. Well, that's cool. And I have been tempted to buy another one. In fact, the guy is selling the control car, the Steuerwagen, the 2 control cabs, and the power car, which I could just put back on. He's selling it for 120 euros, which is not a bad price. And I've toyed with just buying it from this guy, and I'll sell the other one when it comes back. Except the other one's going to be pimped out. Yeah, I want to do an ICE. I'm still waiting for the ICE4, Terry. I'm sick of waiting for the ICE4. I am tired of Maryland, and the Maryland website says they're out to the shops. The factory is currently out, but they're in production to make more. Maryland, I've got a friend who's connected to Maryland and says they're all sitting in a big warehouse near the Maryland facilities, and they're not shipping them out. But he doesn't know why. So I'm wondering if they've had a bug or something. If they've been testing them. But another guy I know, I won't call him a friend, another guy I know posted a video 2 weeks ago on his German Maryland channel. And in his channel, he bragged about how Maryland came to his place and filmed the ICE4 video. That basically, when they released the train and released the video saying it's now available, they filmed it on his layout. He was bragging about it, and had pictures that he put up on his YouTube channel where he is in fact, bragging about Maryland brought their ICE4 to my layout to film its release commercial. So yeah, when it finally comes out, I'm going to see you're going to see an ICE Palooza. I'm going to have all my ICEs running. But at this stage, to at least get my IC1 or IC2, I've been looking at some Maryland ones. The thing is, the ones I sent out are being pimped out. I mean, that's why it's taken so long. I ordered high-end decoders, and they didn't need fixed. He was going to fix the lights in the one, because the lights at one end were messed up. But he's going to put in all new decoder and sound functions, high-end decoders. He was going to change out some of what we call the skis, the shoes, and put all new stuff on it. And the ICE1, he was going to redo the motor. The ICE1, he was going to redo the motor and put in a high-end decoder with that one as well. So I don't want to turn around and buy one that I want to make high-end again. That was the whole point of shipping them out, was to get them tuned up and made glorious. Yeah. And Greg, to piggyback onto what you just said, we went through this with Joyce's mother and her father. So this is the third member of her family in the last, 11 years, because her father died in 2010. But he went into hospice, and he had a rough couple of last months, although I kind of blame his family for that. Her father, Jerry, was awesome. He was in the 25 years I knew her dad, he was a better dad to me than my own father, by miles. He was an amazing guy. I loved Jerry. Joyce's dad, Jerry, was awesome. I loved him. But when he got sick and went into hospice, he basically told the family, leave him alone. He didn't want the family hovering around him every day waiting for him to die. He didn't want that. He did not want the family doing that. And yet, as he deteriorated and basically went into sort of a coma, partial coma, they all stayed there almost 24/7. And I mean, you understand why, but it's not what he wanted. It's not what he wanted. He really didn't want them there. And, they're all teary-eyed and weepy, and you understand this. I mean, I don't want to come across cold-hearted. But he took forever. And I literally told the family, one day, I said, sing a bunch of the songs your dad liked. Just sing some of the songs he liked. and then walk out of the room for a while. Just leave him alone. He wanted to die alone. He didn't want everybody in there. It made him feel bad. And sure enough, I took my son to a concert by the band The Gorillas and told my wife to get everybody out. They sang a few songs and they did leave, and he died an hour later. He didn't want them in the room. He wanted them to say, Dad will be okay. You can go. But with them sitting in the room grieving, it was like he couldn't leave. And then poor Joyce's mother went into, she died about 6 years ago. She had dementia the last year, which was so hard to deal with. And she had a deterioration before that. Hey, Paul Bozeman took off. I'm sorry. Take care. Thanks for stopping in. So it was real hard on Joyce both times. And Joyce was a bit of a daddy's girl. So when her father passed, it was hard. But again, I had such a I told you so. I mean, I think his dying so quickly was also an I told you so. I don't want you all here. He was a tough guy, and he didn't want people to see him all weak and frittering away. And so, it's, you expect to lose your parents. You don't expect to lose your brother early. I lost a sister very early. My sister Tina was 37 when she died of cancer. 38. She had just turned 38. No, it was 37. It was, she died December 29th, I think it was, of 1996. And she was born Christmas of 1959. So yeah, she had just turned 37 and was leaving 2 small kids behind. So yeah, she was 37 when she died. And so I mean, everybody here has those stories of people you lost. And so it is hard. But when sometimes the unexpected death is easier to deal with than watching them slowly die and fade. And that's the thing. And the family needs to grieve. It's just like Joyce and I really, well, my friend Dean, of course you all know, died a couple months ago, my best friend. Still hard to talk about, but he didn't want a funeral. He didn't want anything. And they had a 2-hour wake for him. And as we were talking to his wife Deb about it, she was like, "Oh, we know, but the family needs it. The family needs part of it." So they had a 2-hour. It wasn't even a funeral because he was cremated. Which really is interesting considering he was an old Catholic. But he didn't want a funeral, so there was no funeral. But there was a 1.5, 2 hour. It was, the actual service was 1 hour. But it was 2 hours with everybody coming in, saying hi to everybody, talking, and a little bit afterwards. Am I getting a visitor?
I was seeing if you wanted him.
All right, bring the little dude here.
I was waiting till near the end.
Okay, I thought Mom was going to bring him down.
I don't know if when Mom will be back, so.
Well, no, she's not going to be back for a while. I thought she would have brought him down when she came. Yeah. Hi. Speaking of generation. This is my grandson, Kyan. What do you think of all those trains, dude? Opa! Opa!
He's gotten very good at clapping.
Has he? Well, he's got his chew things right now. But yeah, to finish that thought, yeah, that's the thing. If I were dying sick, yeah, I'd want to see Joyce, okay? I wouldn't want to just be alone, but it would be tough to tell my kids, guys, I don't want you seeing me like this. But of course, the kids want to say, Dad, we want to see you. So it's a tough call one way or the other. But yeah. So yep, this is my grandson Kyan, Khian. And yes, Kieran, you spelled it correctly. Tom spelled it correctly. Awesome, guys. What do you think of all those trains? He's gotten so big. He's got 4 teeth now. Don't you, Kyan? You got 4 teeth. Let's do this camera real quick. Where is it? There we go. Look at you. And he's inherited his dad's moppy hair. Your hair is such a mess. Your hair is such a mess. That's you. Oh, you're looking at the trains over there, aren't you? Oh, aren't those cool? You want to drive one? You want to drive a train? You already did this once as a 2-month-old. We need a train cash guy. And Tom Couples, bite your tongue. Hi! Uh-oh, you dropped your rings, your keys. What do you think, Kyan? Are you ready? Look at this. He's holding it himself, and he's chewing it, right. You don't eat this, Kyan. You steer with it.
More speed. They gotta go faster, Opa. Faster. Make them go faster, Opa. I'm looking over here. That train's way over there. I need it here now. You gotta get it now. Get these trains moving now, Opa. Speed them up.
You think this kid's gonna be growing up with trains? Oh, I think so. Whack. I think he's a little tired. It's about his nap time. His mom usually tries to put him down for... That wasn't his mom, by the way. That was
Actually,
his...
he woke up from his nap about an hour ago.
What?
But he woke up from his nap about an
Oh,
hour ago.
okay. Usually she puts him down about 5:30. That's his aunt.
No,
Who
closer
brought
to
it?
4.
He would technically, he is running with this controller. He would be running the Alex, the green train. This I've got a major central control, but then I've got different controllers that operate each train individually as well. Yeah, I think he misunderstood. That's a good one, Artie. He's misunderstanding what Choo-Choo is all about. Come on. Show these guys what you got. So there it is right there. He's controlling the green one. I'm pointing to the screen like you could see it. Okay, well, let me get you your rings back. Apparently you're a little too distracted. Whee! Woo! Ah! Ha 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 ha! You want them?
No, I like the controller better, Opa.
He is 8 months old. He is 8 months old. Tell Jean Ricard you don't appreciate him harassing your uncle.
Jean Ricard, you leave my uncle alone. You leave my Opa alone.
I said uncle. What the hell was I doing? It's the drugs kicking in, honey. Daddy's drugs are kicking in. What up? Look at you standing. Standing. Look at it. He can't crawl yet, but he can stand. Go figure that one out. But look at it. He is like trains. Did you see Opa? Now, I guess I'll share this with you. My daughter Lynn watches, when she's working from home with him, she watches my live streams. And, of course, he hears Opa's voice. So he watches the live streams too. He sees Grandpa up on the TV. And now, anytime he hears my theme song, that little song, you know, this little bit, well, wait. Yeah, this one. Whenever he hears this song, he immediately looks to whatever TV is nearby. He hears Grandpa's theme song, and his head goes to the TV. Isn't that true? So, yep. Do you want your rings? Do you want your keys? Do you want the controller? No? Do you want the yellow submarine? And a Beatles fan. And straight to the mouth, of course. You don't want to chew on that. That's hard. That's hard. You don't want to chew on that. Those teethers of yours, yeah, I know you do want to chew on it, but you don't. Trust me. Go back to the keys. Go back to the keys. There you go. Get your keys. Chew on your keys. Chew on your keys. Chew on my finger. Nom, 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 nom. Oh, he's very smart. This is another thing. My daughter is teaching him sign language. All right, 8 months old, she's been teaching him sign language. Now, the sign language thing for dad or daddy is this. He does this, daddy. So last Sunday when they came over for Sunday dinner, I'm holding them up, I'm going, do you want your Opa, 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 say Opa, say Opa. And then I go, see your daddy, there's your daddy right there, there's your daddy. And he goes, and he did that. It was so, I said daddy and his hand went straight to his forehead. So it's starting to register. Yes, go Browns. Ohio State won last night, so we're happy with that. They didn't look good, but they won, and that's all that matters. Where are you going? Where are you going? Baba. What do you think of those trains, huh? Even for your darting eyes, there's too much there. Yeah, Leslie, probably. But he's my first grandchild and currently my only grandchild, so. But yeah, we thought that was brilliant that, you know, it's all conditional. It's, you know, it's Pavlov's dog conditioning. You know, she says daddy, 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 and so eventually his hands go daddy and the hands react. What you think? Come on. Controller again? You want the controller? That's right, to the red knob. That's right. When you want to run that train, you go to that red knob right there. That's what runs that train. What the hell, McAfee? I did not ask you to beef up a commercial here. Yeah, he's good to go. More speed, man. This hand goes right to that red button. Obviously, it's a color thing, but what the heck. I like to think we trained him. More speed! More speed! Sadly, my grandchild mock voice sounds just like my Smokey voice. It's all a bunch of horse poop. Aw, shucks. Tom Couples. Aw, shucks. Uh-oh. Da. Ooh, you're gonna talk? Every now and then. A ba ba da ba. How about Opa? How about you sing with Opa? Du liegst mir im Herzen, du liegst mir im Sinn. Du machst mir viel Schmerzen, weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin. Ja, weiß nicht, wie gut ich dir bin. That's his night-night song from Grandpa. Come on, you could do it. Here, tell you what, Kyan, do this. Look here, Kyan. Let's go. Okay, you see that? You made the horn go. Yep, press right there. There you go. That's it, press it. Whoa, that was the loud one. Whoa! How about that, little man? Yeah, bang those horns. Yes, push the red button, the trains go the other way. It also speeds them up and slows them down. That's all we care about, right? Make them go faster, Opa. Is that your, it's getting close to dinner time bit? You do look tired, little dude. For somebody who woke up, you're still looking tired.
Hey man, it's tough being 8 months old.
You even saw Opa in the gorilla mask. Well, I'd rather him be running trains Grand Theft Auto than playing Grand Theft Auto. But since video game players are rampant in the family, are you trying to get your toes now? What are you trying to do? Here, how about these? He'll probably throw them aside. He does that. I've had enough of this. All right, Mark, thanks for hanging out. Now, you guys know if I ran my trains even at scale speed, you'd be whining.
They're too fast, they're too fast. You can't run your trains that fast.
Get them going. 3, 2, 1. There it is. Ada-ba-ba-ba. Ada-ba-ba-ba. You get so intense.
Which tastes better?
Apparently the monkey. That's right, your big trains were meant to go fast. Yeah, but see, there you go, Jean. If he hit the red button to change directions, it would have only been on the Alex, and the Alex doesn't have a Steuerwagen. Well, you know what? I think we got business to attend to. He's eating a monkey. A minky. He's eating a minky. Do you have a license for that minky? Excuse me, do you have a license for that minky? Your minky, it needs a license. The minky. Your minky, it needs a license. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, he will get his first train set probably in a couple years. We'll start with a Miracle Kitty set, the My World, the Miracle My World. I'll probably get him one of those next year when it would mean a little bit more to him. And then, yeah, as he gets older, he'll get his own Miracle train. I'm sure my daughter's going to go, Dad, where's he going to play with us? He's got a bedroom on the floor like all kids did. All right, Jim, thanks for stopping in. I've got to probably get ready to log off here. 1 minute it was like 4:58, and all of a sudden it's 5:45. Chomp, 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 chomp. You're eating a monkey.
Yeah, I know. It tastes good.
Okay, give me the monkey back. And you take these. Come on, take it. You gotta tell everybody out there in TV land that we gotta get ready to sign off. Look right there, look at the camera.
Hey, everybody. I'm taking over. This is my world.
So, yeah, I think it's about that time. So it was a good stream. It went by too fast. It's been a long week. I could probably hang a little bit more, but I think we got other business we need to get going on. I want to go to a movie either tonight or tomorrow. I want to go see the new Marvel movie, Shang-Chi. I haven't been to a movie theater in almost 2 years, so it's time to go. All right, everybody. Once again, I would like to thank you for sharing the time you shared with me. I'm always honored that you all do. And I'll be posting our little... In fact, I think I just hear Joyce driving up, or maybe it's his mom. But it's always wonderful to have you all here talking, yakking, or talking amongst yourself while I yak and run trains. I will be here next Friday, as always. And... on behalf of Joyce and Cayenne and Opa Dodge, Auf Wiedersehen and Choo-Choos and happy trains. Everybody take care, all of you. Stay safe out there.